Hey there, welcome you guys on my YouTube channel. Today in this video I will be talking about one day being an Uzbek public student. Specifically, I will show you my whole day, describing to you how I spend my whole day, where I go, what I do being an Uzbek public student. If you are ready, let's go. So I usually get up at 6:30 a.m. and after having shower and hearty breakfast I get ready to leave home. One thing I like is that my dad almost every day drives me to school, which I really like since by him I can get the school about 10 to 20 minutes, while using a public transport I get there more than 30 minutes after, which causes me to be late to the classes. So my dad leaves me in 2 minutes walk from the school, so I just walk, and next to our school is located kindergarten, and then I get the school at around 7:30 a.m., the time when school is still empty. This is how our canteen looks like in the morning, the time when no one is there. And to my bed, I woke up so late at that day, so I had no breakfast. So I wanted to buy some sazir, the national food. And after eating it, I headed to my class. So it's 7:50 and there is still so few students, meaning that 10 minutes till the class starts and there is still so less people. So our first class was chemistry. As you can see, our teacher is approaching each student individually, which results in better understanding and better learning of that subject. After explaining the topic, he gave us some exercises and we started to doing that. Our second class was algebra. The teacher asked one of my classmates to solve one question on the dashboard, and then some others joined it. If you are watching this video till this moment, you might have come up with question what kind of education system we have in our country. The answer is that it directly depends on what kind of school you are studying in. For example, in public schools we have just regular and standardized level of difficulty classes. In specialized schools such as residential schools we have A-level curriculum studies, and in private almost the same as in public. Overall, all schools in Uzbekistan have 11-year study curriculum except TAS, since it has 12-year study, if I'm not mistaken, with IB level curriculum. Well, also we have our education system website, which is called kundalik.com, the page where students can see their weekly schedule of classes and their academic excellence, and the comparison of their academic excellence with their classmates, which is automatically calculated in our website. So it's really useful because we can submit our home tasks if we want online at home, or just directly showing it to our teacher at school, which is really useful, I guess, for our students. And the most common thing we do in our country between higher school students is that we go to extra courses after school to study more deep into the fields of our interests, and that's why we have unweighted GPA, because we don't have any additional classes that we can take after our regular classes at school, so we need to go extra courses after school, which might cost a lot for some and less for others, but still just usually we go to extra courses after school. That's why we have unweighted GPA. But overall, the education system is good. From this year, we are having another education system which is based on your academic excellence, on midterm exams or overall exams, which are more important than your just regular grades that you get on the classes. And I like this system since it bases on your knowledge, not on your academic excellence in classes. So you might just sit telling nothing to teacher, but having a great score in exams so that you can pass and have a good grades, which is really good, I guess. So this is all about our education system, and if you got the answer to your question, I'm really happy. So if you are ready, you can continue watching the video. This is how our canteen looks like between class breaks. So our third and first classes were English and Uzbek languages, and here you can see students discussing about their academic excellence with their teachers. After that, we left school with my classmates, and my classmates wanted to have a lunch in our local bazaar, and they bought some samsa. However, I wanted to eat something different and decided to go to the nearest KFC, which is 10 minutes walk from our school. To my bad, it was a peak time at about 1 p.m. and at the time there were so many people, so I couldn't make some videos there. And after having a lunch, I headed to the nearest subway station, which was Shahristan. Here you can see how the bypass to our subway station looks like. You get a ticket, you get a scan of it, and then you are allowed to. So my train arrived, and this is a view of our TV tower when you get inside of the train, when it goes to on the ground to bypass the river. After 4 stations, I need to change my train line to get my destination, so I headed to the next train line. As you can see, there are so much people heading to their own destinations at peak time. So usually I use public transports on peak times, so as you can see there are so many people heading to their own destinations, and it is really uncomfortable to use public transport on peak times in our country, since there are a bunch of people and almost no free place to breathe freely and stay. So my next train arrived and I needed to use it for one train station only, and then after that I got to my destination. The destination was Palace of Yas Creativity. In this building there are always some traditional events organized, so here you can see a group of people with their traditional dancing clothes. And here is one thing you should know about this building. So every time you enter or leave the building, you have to check in and check out from that security control. Since it's a governmental building, so you have to every time check in and check out. At the time I finished all my tasks in this building, I headed to my physics course, which starts at 6:30 p.m. but it was time 6:20 p.m. so I'm still not in the subway. So I'm already being late. Again, one fact is that, as I said, I use public transport on peak time, so this time I will try to show how a bunch of people use the public transport on peak times, but I will try my best to show you the real situation. So my train arrived, and after one train station I also need to change another train line, so I'm heading to next train line. Actually, our subway stations were built in the Soviet Union period, so most of the architecture and the design of architecture is most likely based on our traditional folks, but still in a Soviet Union monumental design. So after 3 train stations, I get out of the subway and heading to my physics course. So finally, it's the entrance to the building where I have my physics course. As you can see, there are a bunch of extra courses that you can take. There are some law courses, some other English courses, language courses, informatics and IT courses, and everything you need you can find in one building. So going up to the 3rd floor to my class, where I attend physics. This is how my group, or we can say class, since there are many people, students, looks like in the time of class. And after class ended at around 20:30 p.m., this is my group and me heading to our homes. So it was 20:38 and I'm still on the bus stop waiting for my bus. However, getting back to my home, I use only one public transport, which is bus, which is comfortable, meaning that you don't need any transition. You don't need to change your bus or to the train or train to the bus. So you just use one bus and get to home. However, when you get out of the bus, you have to walk about 10 minutes to reach my home. Finally, out of the bus, heading to my home. It's already time of 21:40, meaning that 9:40 p.m. and I'm still outside, not at home. To that time, I was really hungry and my parents were already waiting for me with ready to eat the food. So I was heading so fast so that I couldn't tolerate any other time. This is how my whole day looks like, and it was Saturday 23rd of November, the day that I had only physics course after school, not including my extracurricular activities or my own things to do. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe the video and channel. I hope I would be really happy for shares to your friends, since I would like to many people to know how Uzbek public students spend their days, years to reach their goals.